Whether it's 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, you are one decision away from blowing up just like everybody else. This is what I think makes trading so fascinating. Despite what could be years of profitability, all it takes is a shift in the market, a shift in your personal life, a shift in work, and you could be sent spiraling into an abyss of blowing accounts, debt, and potentially even worse. This aspect of trading almost levels the playing field completely, and it's a constant reminder to stay on top of your game or else deal with the downsides of the spiral. Cool, more bad news for aspiring traders. So what's the point? What am I getting at? So in this video, I wanted to talk about a couple of ways to help avoid the spiral from my own experience altogether, or some signs that could be hinting that a spiral is lurking very close by. But first, a quick word from the sponsor of today's video, Iron Beam.
Welcome to Iron Beam, the future of futures trading. With our cutting-edge chart trading feature and 300+ indicators, you can now trade directly off the chart anytime, anywhere. Delivering seamless trading across all platforms, the Iron Beam journey is supported by 24-hour trader support, low day trade margins, and no account minimums. Iron Beam brings the future into the present. Join now and augment your trading experience.
Now, I'm no uber successful trader. I'm no hero by any means, but I have experienced a lot of the ups, a lot of the downs over the past 5-6 years of being involved in the markets, and even consistency, and a lot more consistency and profitability for the past year and a half or so, where I have a lot of comparing and contrasting. I've done a lot of comparing and contrasting to be able to see what exactly things were like before, after, during consistency, during inconsistency, when I was spiraling and when I wasn't spiraling, and then during times when I would avoid spiraling for a very long period of time. What's the difference, or what are the things that I've been able to take away from them? One of the biggest things that I wish I knew earlier, but I also really appreciate the way I learned it, was that you're quite literally one decision away from spiraling. And I don't think that you could spiral off of one decision, because usually a spiral is multiple decisions, maybe not in a row, but taken in some sort of sequence that ultimately ends up sending you down a path that you did not want to go on. And for most people, that is losing a lot of money, losing many trades, blowing accounts, etc. Maybe it's not blowing accounts for everyone, but it could be losing a lot of money for some, and it could be blowing accounts for others. And you might think that that one decision is like so scary, and that it's crazy that it's really, you could be one decision away. There's no way, right? Yes, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be a terrible, scary thing. It's actually kind of a cool thing, and it almost needs to be that way. And it's just about changing your relationship to the ability to spiral and to that one decision that could ultimately be the catalyst for the spiral. You see, usually it's not that one decision blows an account, but it's that a decision today to not respect a stop loss, or a decision today to move your targets, or a decision today to do this or that, or a decision today to take this setup versus that setup because you think this setup's going to work better than that one, but that one fits your strategy, this one doesn't. It's a decision like that that could lead to you doing it again and again and again, or compounding those mistakes over a longer period of time, which leads to that spiral. I also wish I embraced the losing streaks a lot more, and I had a different outlook on trading during losing streaks. Almost like enjoy them. And I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive or weird, but you need to have losing streaks, and you're going to have losing streaks because that's what ultimately will shape you to either correct any inconsistencies in your strategy or your mindset or your approach or your system. And it also lets you just learn from your past mistakes. Simple as that. If you can't enjoy these periods and embrace them as part of trading, you tend to have a negative relationship to the charts, to trading, and to what you're doing, which is only going to breed and let you focus on more negative things and things that you may not want to be doing. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but when you come at things with that negative mindset, and when you come at things like, oh my gosh, I can't figure it out, I can't get it to work, nothing's working, you tend to find yourself continuing down a path where nothing's working and you can't figure it out. Whereas if you look at the market from a different lens and you look at it saying, okay, I've been losing, but that's part of the game. I've been managing my risk pretty well. I'm going to find some winners at some point. Let's keep trying. Let's keep trying. You'll likely end up finding some winners and going on a winning streak shortly after that losing streak. All things considered that your strategy is roughly the same and you're not making drastic changes, you might make some little adjustments here and there. One of the biggest things that I used to do was immediately change my strategy, which then ended up putting me on these different strategies that I was not very familiar with. And then I would lose some more and lose some more and lose some more, and then proceed to then size up, to double down, to drop the account, etc., and then lose even more money in doing those things. Now, you may have also heard that trading is 90% mental and 10% technical and 10% charts. And I not only agree with that, but I want to take it a step further. Trading unearths the real you. What do you do in drawdown? What do you do when the pressure is on? What do you do when things aren't working? What do you do when things get hard? How do you talk to yourself? If you're not taking a step back and learning from your mistakes and learning from how you handle situations in the past, I think you're doing yourself a pretty big disservice. I know it might be easier said than done, but when I really think about it, trading has allowed me to think about things across my entire life completely differently because of what I've learned about myself through how I react to situations in the markets and in my own trading. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it's one of the most incredible things I think that I've been able to take away from my trading experience and apply to many other aspects of my own life. Because if your attitude, your thoughts, and your actions don't support your trading, you not only increase the chance of spiraling, but you might even fit the literal definition of insanity while you're at it. Hope was helpful. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Check out the sponsor and other links and resources down below. Peace.